water.
Hello, this is Spiderbat, and I'm gonna react to 4 Scary True Childhood Horror Stories, Volume 4, by Alex Zevallos, or Alex Zevallos. Let's see. What's the best you can do?
So I was around 17 years old when this happened. I used to work in a grocery store
No, Eric, get out of the
in
way.
what most might consider a bad neighborhood.
Lucy?
Yeah, yeah.
What's your name?
Because he's a baby and he won't remember. Okay, here I am.
Number 1.
So I was around 17 years old when this happened. I used to work in a grocery store in what most might consider a bad neighborhood. I always worked till around 11 p.m. and had to cross a fairly busy street to get to the bus stop. The bus stop isn't the most well lit, and the buses have been known to pass people because they couldn't see them sitting there. So there I am, waiting for the bus to pull up, when this white minivan pulls up in front of me. The driver rolls down his window and asks how old I am. I just look at him because why would I tell him my age? He's just some random person. He begins telling me that I should get in the van to go to church with him. I can see another person sitting in the dark back of the van. I can't really see him, but I can tell that he's looking at me. The driver then begins to insist that I get in the van so he can save my soul. Right when he starts to open the door, and I start easing back to run, the bus pulls up behind him, blowing its horn. He slams his palms on the steering wheel and speeds off as I'm running to jump on the bus. I tell the driver what happened, and he drops me off right in front of my house and waits till I run inside.
Number 2.
I was living in Scottsdale, Arizona at the time. I believe it was around 2000, and I was 8 or 9 depending on the month. I'm not 100% sure. Well, there used to be a huge park just behind the row of houses that were facing mine. I could walk there in less than 5 minutes, and I did frequently, because I was new to the neighborhood, and I was hoping to meet some friends to play with. After a while of doing that, I had a few people that I would consider friends. After a while of doing that, I had a few people that I would consider friends. One weekend I head over to the park after Saturday cartoons. Everything was going well. Until some alcoholic man pulls up and just starts yelling at me from his pickup truck. I ignored him and just kept playing on the monkey bars. He then gets out of the truck and starts chasing me. I was always playing tag and running with the friends that I had made, so I easily ran through the playground and avoided him for a little while. But I was really scared. I then saw a woman with a baby sitting in the shade, roughly about 60 yards away. So I ran as fast as I could to get to her. And then he decides to walk over to avoid suspicion. He tells the woman that he is my father, and that I am grounded and shouldn't be outside. I explained to her that I've never met him, and that he must be trying to kidnap me. She then confronts him and tells him to go away. Luckily, there was a nice lady with a baby. Otherwise, I might not be here right now.
Number 3.
I went to middle school and high school with a tall, skinny guy, who I had occasional interactions with. but I always got a weird vibe from him. In my senior year, I saw a Facebook post that he made that said, "I bet I could get more kills than the Virginia Tech guy did
Was it?
if I wanted to, but I don't want to."
I smell that.
Despite him saying he didn't want to, I found this concerning enough to report to the school. Fast forward a couple months later, he was out of JJC, and to make a long story short, he had found out that I reported him. We had apparently made peace after smoking weed with some mutual friends, and it was enough for me to not expect getting jumped in the hallway at any time. We both ended up going to a local college, and I would see him around campus. Whenever he spotted me, we'd have these brief, awkward conversations about how life was going, and I would try my best to stay polite while not sounding creeped out. Then one day, I was at McDonald's with my roommate when I hear someone whisper in my ear, "I'm going to kill you someday." I turned around to see him, smiling and waving at me, before he turns to walk away. Strangely, I haven't seen him since then, but I always stay alert for the next random moment where I may encounter him.
Number 4.
When I was 6 years old and my brother was 10, we came to notice that we always had a cop car following us around. This went on for a couple of months during the summer. We didn't know what was going on until later when we moved very far away. My mother explained to us that for 2 to 3 months, some weirdo would call the house when my father was not home, and he would tell her how he wanted to rape and kill us. Now, people may ask, but why would the cops take this so seriously? 1, the man would be aware when my mom was alone with us. 2, he would tell her what we were wearing and doing on that particular day. 3, he knew our names. 4, he would call from random phone booths around the city where we lived, sometimes from really far away. He took time to drive to the other ends of the city just to make a phone call. And 5, the fucking Montreal boy slasher was active at the time. After we moved, it stopped, and nothing ever happened. It still makes my mom go fucking mental, because she says the first time he called, he was very polite, and had a very pleasant tone in his voice.
Okay. Whoa.
What?
That was weird. That's all I can say about that. Alex Zevallos? Meh, you could do better. Not that scary, but I recommend it.